Hello,
How are you today?
I'm good. What about you?
Very good, thank you. Very good. So, where are you? Where are you?
I'm from India, from Odisha right now.
You're in Harissa.
Yeah,
Ah, okay. I'm from Punjab. Well, my family are from Punjab, but I was born in England.
yeah, nice to talk to you right now. Because
Yeah, you too, you too. So, what do you do, Sunil? Are you a student or are you working?
I'm a student pursuing right now a BTech in computer science.
Okay, wonderful, excellent. What do you want to do with it? Do you want to be a software engineer or what? Or you don't know yet?
Yeah, as you have told, I want to be
Software
a
engineer?
yeah.
Okay,
Today,
okay. And what do you, sorry, tell me.
today, I would like to have good suggestion from you how to speak
Hmm.
English with confidently.
Hmm. So there's a few tricks and a few things that I can tell you. So firstly, you use different muscles in your mouth when you speak your language, right? So when you speak English, we use different muscles. So a really good thing to develop those muscles is maybe to watch a YouTube video in English about something that you're interested in, like software development or software engineering or artificial intelligence or something that's really interesting to you. So find a YouTube video in English and then listen for one sentence, pause and repeat exactly the same way. And then slowly, you'll start to build the muscles in your mouth and you'll start to understand which words go where in the sentence. So there's two benefits. You learn the sentence structure and you learn to speak the language properly. So if you do maybe 15 minutes, half an hour every single day of listening to a YouTube video or podcast or something like that, then you'll make really big improvements. Okay?
Thank you. At initially, I want to ask one more query. At initially,
Sure.
we get, I mean, when we speak English, we try to speak English. Initially, we get very nervous. How do we get rid from nervous? Uh,
Okay, so again, go on YouTube and have a look at how to build confidence. Okay, and study. Study as many videos as you can because there's many different techniques
yeah.
and just start to understand how to build your confidence slowly, and start working on it. Because the biggest thing when you're learning a new language is you're scared to make mistakes. Don't be scared to make mistakes. I moved from London to Italy, and so I had to learn Italian 5 years ago. I had to learn a whole different language. And the same with you. I was nervous with speaking. I was scared of making mistakes. But you just have to push through that and say, if I'm going to make mistakes, I'm going to make mistakes. It's okay. It's okay. You make mistakes and you learn from the mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, you don't learn. You have to make mistakes. Okay?
Yeah. I mean,
So tell me.
yeah. I mean, you're saying that whenever we make mistake from there, we should learn something.
Correct. Correct. We have mistakes to make improvements. So some people, when they make a mistake, they're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Why I'm so bad? I'm such a bad student, blah, blah. This is not good. It's not positive and it's not constructive. So say to yourself, okay, today I made a mistake. Tomorrow I'll try better. Tomorrow I'll work harder. And you commit and you make yourself better. And then you build your self confidence. Okay?
Okay, one more query. Uh, when we go in front of a crowd, suppose
Mhm.
if we are going to address a speech, there how can we communicate with the crowd? Could you elaborate, please? That
In English,
yeah,
yeah. So when you say a crowd, do you mean in a meeting, in a business scenario, or do you mean
uh,
casual with some
yeah,
friends?
a meeting,
In a business meeting.
yeah,
Okay. So in a business meeting, if you're going to do a presentation, then what I would do is I would write down my whole speech, and then I would try to memorize it, and then I would have some cards just to remind me of my points, and maybe a point presentation or something visual to show, to demonstrate what you're doing. But again, this takes practice. So practice in front of your friends, practice in front of your family, and just keep developing until you are really more fluid and more fluent. So maybe just to practice, start with a subject like artificial intelligence and write a one-page essay on artificial intelligence, right? And then practice in front of the mirror. So you could have your presentation here, and then you could be like, today I'm going to be talking to you about artificial intelligence. The main key components about artificial intelligence are blah, 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 blah. So then when you're looking in the mirror, you're pretending that that's the audience, and you build up your confidence. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, you're saying that practice is more important than the speaking. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. Just keep practicing. The more you practice, the better you are. But also at the end of the presentation, they might ask you questions. So you have to be prepared. So you have to know what you're talking about. Make sure you do your good research. When I do a presentation, I make sure I know what I'm talking about. I make sure I know the subject as much as possible. And for example, if somebody says to me, if somebody asks me a question and I don't know the answer, I would say, really sorry, don't know the answer right now, but give me your email address, or next week I'll send you the answer, or maybe we can have a follow-up phone call, and I will get back to you.
yeah. Uh, one more question, same query, but another way. Whenever we speak, whenever we talk with our friend, so how to behave with them, how to communicate with them with a friendly manner.
When you talk to who?
Yeah,
Sorry, who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you, ma'am.
No, sorry. You said when I'm talking to, how do we
Uh,
communicate? And I didn't get who.
with friends and family
Friends?
members. Yeah,
Yes. So your question is, how do you communicate with them?
yeah. That's my question.
Really, just casually, just like you and me are communicating. You've never seen me before, I've never seen you before, but
Yeah,
we're two human beings, and we just try to get to know each other. So, the first questions I would ask are things like, where are you from? What do you do? What do you like about your job? Do you like your city? What's your favorite food? What's your city famous for? What favorite food? And just common topics like the weather. The weather here is really beautiful. Where I am, it's too hot or it's too cold, or have some opinions. So you need to broaden your mind to have opinions. So read different things from different countries, watch different programs from different countries, and try to get more knowledge and experience on different countries. So, for example, if you want to target the US or the UK, then find out what is typical English culture, what is typical American culture, and start to learn what these things are, because it will be totally different to Indian culture. Indian culture is so different to any other country. So you can exchange ideas. So, for example, I live in Italy. Ask me some questions about Italy.
yeah. Tell me about what is very much famous in Italy.
So Italy has so many famous places, but the most famous place is probably in Rome, the Vatican, which is where the head of the Catholic Church lives, and many people come from all over the world. But also, Italy is very famous for food. We love pasta, we love pizza. Have you ever had pasta and pizza?
No, I haven't. It's first time
Okay.
for me.
Yeah. Okay, so pasta's like noodles, kind of like Maggi, right? And you can have fresh pasta or packet pasta. So, what about you? What's your favorite thing to eat in your city?
I would love very much in spicy food.
Ah, okay, you love spicy food. So, like rice or curry, or what sort of things do you like?
I mean non-veg. I would like.
Yeah, so meat curries. I love meat curries.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Very good. And in your city, what is famous?
In our city, if I'm going to say, though I live in Odisha,
Hmm?
Puri is very famous city as well as for eating. I mean, regarding food, if I'm going to say, idli is very famous. The people are
Okay.
idli and
Idli
dosa.
and sambar.
Other one is dosa.
Okay. Orissa has a famous river, right?
Yeah,
If I
yeah,
remember. Yeah, okay. So you can see there, you asked me some questions, and then I asked you the same questions, and we had a conversation. If
yeah.
it's just one person asking questions, it's boring.
It's
It has to
boring,
be a
right?
two-way exchange, right? And it has to be equal. And we don't ever ask anything personal, like, are you married? Do you have children? Because this is personal.
Yeah,
So something that's not personal, like the weather, the food, the culture, the this and the that, it's not personal. Okay. When you know me, if you've been speaking to me for a few months and you know me, then you can ask me some personal questions. But the first time you meet me, if you ask me, are you married? Do you have children? What's your, how much money do you make? No, that's a no. Okay.
yeah. Ma'am, could you tell me, elaborate something about your Vatican City? Uh,
Yes, of course. So it's the head of the Catholic Church. So the Pope there.
yeah,
Do you know what the Pope is?
yeah. I do belongs to Catholic Church. Obviously, I
Yes.
know. Pope.
Yeah, he's the most famous person of the Catholic Church, right?
Yeah,
So they live there, and they have many ceremonies where many people come, and it has a famous museum, and it has a famous church, and it has very famous artwork that is centuries and centuries old. So they have a lot of famous pictures of Jesus that were painted by very famous people like Leonardo da Vinci, and people come from all over the world to go to the Vatican. It's a very famous place for Catholic people, for Christians and non-Christians, because some people are just interested and they
yeah,
like to see the artwork. For example, there's one painting with Jesus and the 12 apostles, and many people are interested in this. Me personally, I'm not Catholic, I'm not interested in the Christian side of things, but I do like the artwork and I do like the buildings. For example, I like to go inside a church because it's beautiful, but I'm not Catholic and I'm not Christian. I don't pray there.
yeah.
Sometimes I do because God is everywhere, right? So sometimes I do pray there, but I don't go for the religion.
That's good.
Mm.
Good.
I think every house of God is every house of God. It's still a house of God, and so the churches here are very beautiful. So it's nice to go and have a look at a different religion and how they pray and how they do things is very different. Like Christians, they take bread and they take wine,
Yeah,
very different to what Indians do, right?
yeah. It is very different.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So you learn about different cultures. Tell
yeah.
me. 1 minute left.
1 minute left. Actually, I would like to ask one more query. How many population are there in Italy? Would you tell me, please? Approximately, maybe.
No idea. Let's have a look. Population of Italy is, sorry, I'm just Googling it because I'm terrible. 59 million in 2020. 59 million.
More than India, I think. India is a very large populous country, as well as it, as compared to China.
But India is really, yeah, but India is also a really big country, right? Italy is really small.
Yeah,
India is a massive country. Um, Italy from north to south, you can do it in 12 hours. India will take you longer, right?
yeah.
Will
Thank,
take you a lot longer. All
thank you
right,
very
Sunil, thank
much.
you so much
Now,
for your
times.
time. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a
Welcome.
really good day and maybe see you again. Good luck. Thank you
Thank,
so much.
thank you.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye. Bye.